to the spot where the pages come alive. Comics Couple Cafe, where the fun vibes thrive. ComixDad's got the scoop, QueenComixWife brings the flair. Pour a cup, settle in, there's magic in the air. Comics Couple Cafe, oh what a scene. From comics, anime, and movies, and all in between. News of the world, our heroic display. Chat with us live every Sunday. Flip through the panels, let's talk anime dreams. Superhero showdowns and wild plot schemes. From breaking headlines to life's little wins, we're sipping and spilling where the fun begins. Comics Couple Cafe, oh what a scene. From comics, anime, and movies, and all in between. News of the world, our heroic display. Chat with us live every Sunday. Hey chat, jump in, tell us what you think. Is it capes or kaiju? Give us a wink. With ComixDad's quips and QueenComixWife's grace, this cafe is the heart of our geeky space. So grab your favorite issue, pull up a chair. Comics Couple Cafe, we're beyond compare. From comics to life, we're here to stay. Tune in, let's chat at the cafe
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Comics Couple Cafe. I am ComixDad.
And I'm QueenComixWife.
And a very solemn but happy Memorial Day to you all. I say solemn because Memorial Day, it's a national holiday that we sometimes take for granted. And I've always, over the last few years, I've kind of found it strange when people say Happy Memorial Day or have a happy holiday weekend when referring to Memorial Day weekend. So that's why I say solemn, because it really is about those who have unfortunately paid the ultimate price, gave the ultimate sacrifice for our country and our freedoms and our rights as Americans, as people. So I guess Happy Memorial Day. But it's really about remembering and honoring those who have come before and those who have lost their lives defending our country, our homeland, and our rights and our freedoms. But in the chat, we have Donna Hall, who was here a bit earlier. Hi, Donna. Good to see you. Thank you for being here. Because Donna was the first in the chat, a little something for her, even though she's probably gone now, because that was over an hour ago she put that. But we're going to do right by her. Thank you for being first in the chat, Donna. But we are going to start we're going to start today's show just by talking about Memorial Day a little bit, and especially the White House and also the Department of War just put out a couple of small videos honoring the day and honoring the those who have paid the price for our country, for our freedoms. So we're just going to pull that up real quick, just so this way we can be able to watch it. And there we go. All right. And then, Queenie, because of the way that I do this, remember, let's just mute our mics so this way nobody's hearing any echo. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. But this was out of the White House this morning. Memorial Day isn't about barbecues or beach days. It's about those American heroes who gave everything for our freedom. and 70-second video captures what this day is truly about. So let's give it a watch. Hold on one second. I just want to make sure I have the setting right for us to be able to actually hear it. Sorry, folks. All right, there we go. And then just another one out of the Department of War, being narrated by Secretary of War Pete Hegseth himself.
In every hour of peril and every moment of crisis, American warriors have left behind the blessings of home and family to answer their nation's call.
And also, audio clip from Donald Trump, too.
We owe a duty to those who have fallen in war. They have paid a debt we can never repay. And for that, we owe gratitude and remembrance. We owe at least this, to remember their sacrifice and honor their memory year after year. Salute after salute, ceremony after ceremony, parade after parade, prayer after prayer, that by our remembrance, we keep lit the eternal flame. God bless our warriors, and may God bless our fallen.
In every hour of peril and every moment of crisis, America.
Sorry. Hold on, I just gotta change something on the on my YouTube side. Apparently I have it set to private. I don't know why. Let me fix that real quick. Blick.
Hey, Davers. How are you?
Okay, changes were saved. That was weird. I don't know why the stream on YouTube was set to private. Alright, there we go. We're good now. It's showing publicly on YouTube now. Yay! Okay. But
warriors.
Alright, cool. So, Queenie, I know you've had some people in your life that have served in the military. So what does Memorial Day mean to you? What's up, Davey Verse? Good to see you, brother. Good to
Well,
see
the
you.
one thing for me personally, my grandfather was a World War II veteran. He died in 2016 at 92 years old. He was on the beaches of Normandy when he went over there. He was very blessed to be one of the ones to get out of there. Most of his friends died on that beach. When he came home, he had PTSD. And I mean, most people would after what you've seen. You've seen your friend's guts come out, like it is a lot to people don't realize what these guys go through and how much they sacrifice for us to be free here in America. They don't realize just how much it takes to be a soldier. My grandfather came over back from Normandy, and he was a wreck because you got to realize he saw everybody die in front of him. And thank God someone up there was watching him because he made it back okay. And he lived to almost 92 years old and lived a great life because of it. Memorial Day means a lot to me because that man, what he used to tell me about his stories about the war and everything, and everything he went through. I tell you, I really do look up to my grandfather. I always have, for being the hero that he was, for sacrificing this for this country, for going out and fighting for the wars that were happening so we could be free, we can have what we have here today. Um to all the men and women out there who do this every single day, who are still doing it till this day and have not perished or went missing or anything like that. Thank you for everything you do. Thank you for your sacrifice. Thank you for waking up every day and doing what you do with no hesitation, with no complaints. And thank you for just doing what you have to do to keep this country free. I will say this, the one thing I have a problem with America is they tend to take care of people who are more of don't want to work and everything
Well,
than to take care of the veterans.
that's not the country, though. It's the politicians.
It doesn't matter. We should be
No,
putting
it
these
does.
guys
That's
first.
no, it does. You gotta make that distinction. You can't place it on the country. You gotta place it on the politicians.
Well, I'm just saying, veterans need to have more support than what they have. There are a lot of veterans that come back with PTSD. A lot commit suicide from it. A lot do horrible things because of everything that happens. They see things that you don't want to see. They see things that will make you have nightmares at night. So everybody, seriously, if you have somebody in the military that you know, tell them thank you for everything they do. Honor them. Be there for them. Call them,
Well,
ask if they need anything.
no, for sure. But with it being Memorial Day specifically is about honoring those who have died in the line of duty, and I take it to heart every year because there's some people that I grew up with that entered the military when we finished high school, and most came back. A couple did not, and then also they're just every community has that story as well. And everybody has family members, or not everybody, but a lot of people have family members that have done the same thing that have gone, whether it was almost 100 years ago with World War I, World War II,
Can't believe it's been that long
Viet
already.
Korea, Vietnam, the Gulf War, uh, Iraq, Afghanistan, and even today. Um, those people are not coming home, but they did. Now, depending upon the motivations for the conflict that they enforced, that they paid the ultimate price in, that you can you could say that the motivations of some of those conflicts were questionable at best, for some of them. And what were we even doing in some of those conflicts? Vietnam comes to mind with one. Hell, the whole war on terror war in Afghanistan, that comes to mind as well. For
That
some
shouldn't have been
people,
started.
for some people, depending upon what your thoughts and views and beliefs are on, depending upon the whole Bush administration and everything that was happening with that. But regardless, these are people that all just went following orders, doing what they thought was right for our country and for us, and it should not be taken lightly. Those who never came back, that that their loved ones never got to see them again, and they did that for us. So just keep them in your thoughts and your prayers, not just today, but every day. Whether you're at home or you're at the nation's capital, which is a nice little segue. Uh, yep, our hot friend Tomby is open about his experience. Yes, he is. Tomby is very much open about the experience. From when he served
It's
in the military over in the UK there.
it's crazy comics that you really think about it after everything, and there are people in Vietnam and Normandy, France, and Germany, and all these different places that their bodies are still there, and they never made it back to America. And there's still a few people have actually said they found a few bodies a few years ago that they brought back. They have identified them, but there are so many more that are just there and
For
they don't
sure.
know where they are.
For sure.
It's sad.
Absolutely.
It's so sad.
But well, anyway, since I mentioned the nation's capital, we're gonna go right into the next topic. Over the weekend, there was a shooting at the White House. And this vile, unhinged piece of shit is the one responsible for it.
Wait, that's the dude?
Yeah.
His name does not match what he looks like.
Well,
I was thinking something else.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
well, it was caught here.
Oh god.
Hold on one second. Let me turn this down just a little because it is a bit loud. But you should be able to between these three because these are all like news anchors or people from Access Media that were on scene at the White House when it happened. So
What is that?
now this idiot in the middle is getting roasted online and having memes made of her because she just stood there, and as you heard her, she went, "What is that?" But this woman on the left, survival skills. Definitely survival skills. This dude on the right, he kind of knew what was going on, but
He was about to poop his pants.
But well, yeah, he like froze in the moment, and he also was like too worried about getting his earpiece out and all that. This one in the middle, what is that?
What is that?
Dumbass. But not to make light of the actual situation that happened. This happened, I believe, on Saturday.
It did.
I was thinking I was gonna say yesterday because what's it called? Because it's Monday off from work, so I was I forgot what day it was for a second there. But no, but this was the guy. Let me pull it back up here. This was the guy, 21-year-old Nassim Best of Maryland. He strolled up to the White House. I don't know if he got over the gates or if he was just at the fence outside the White House. Don't know exactly what. I haven't seen any details about that. But yeah, he pulled up or rolled up with a pistol, got a few shots off, and then Secret Service, all that gunfire you heard was Secret Service eliminating him.
Oh, that was Secret Service.
That was mostly Secret Service. Yeah, he fired 3 shots at the west side of the White House.
They blew him up.
Yes, they did. I thought I had it pinned a longer thing, or is it maybe?
There's your new tattoo right there.
Yeah, right. Or is it maybe in another tab? Give me 1 second. I'm trying to find.
Yeah, it's sad that 21 years old, you just had your life taken away because you did something so damn stupid. Like you had your whole life ahead of you, and because you were an idiot, and because all these libtards put shit in your head, you go and do something the most stupidest thing in the world, knowing that you're going to die. Because Secret Service is not gonna sit there and go, "Okay, you're getting arrested." No, they're gonna fucking end you, and they did.
Well, and it says the shooter identified Nasir Best. Law enforcement sources told NBC that the gunman who opened fire at a Secret Service checkpoint near 17th and Pennsylvania Avenue has died from his injuries. He had a documented history with law enforcement and prior mental health concerns, according to officials. The system flagged him. He still got within range of the White House. It's because liberal judges, that's why. Liberal judges. This is apparently some information that was gathered by, I guess, Google's AI. So I can't say exactly how accurate this is, but 21-year-old gunman named Nasir Best, who had a documented history of mental health issues and claimed to be God and Jesus, was shot and killed by Secret Service agents. He opened fire near a White House security checkpoint, critically injuring one bystander while President Trump was safe inside. And yeah, President Trump was at the White House. He was there. Fortunately, he was inside. What was that?
He was yesterday, too.
Well, yeah. But here, we'll just...
We're so grateful, Chad, we have you by phone. Can you break this down for us?
Well, Tommy, this is what always happens when we have something like this. I always start to check in on the security situation at the White House, but this is what happened around 6 o'clock this evening. I'm told that a gunman came up near the White House on the west side, what is described to me as Gate 17. This is kind of near 14th Street on the west side of the White House, and came up and brandished some sort of a pistol. We don't know what type of pistol it was, but he then fired toward the White House 3 times. And the United States Secret Service, they returned fire. We don't know how many shots that they got off. And they apparently took...
A lot. That's how many. a lot.
They got
as
a
we
lot.
heard.
You heard it. Yeah, you heard
the
it.
gunman down. Now, sometime in this gunfire exchange, a civilian on the street was struck by this gunfire, and we do not know the condition of that person right now. But the important thing to know is that the gunman who came up with the pistol and was taken down by the Secret Service, and we don't know his condition right now, but he never got inside the perimeter of the White House. And this.
Okay, so he was on the outside, the fences surrounding the White House, and he just decided, hey, yeah, I'm just gonna open fire.
I'm gonna have a mental breakdown and just do what I gotta do. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just gonna do my thing. And
is there any
so
report on the pedestrian that got hurt? Are they okay?
I haven't seen anything since.
Okay, I was just asking because I was wondering how they're doing.
When they never say race, it's always that kind of a dude.
I mean,
what happened to his DoorDash gig? Well, yeah. Then you have this fucking idiot. Another unsuccessful attempt. Oh, fuck off. You know what? People like this dumbass, this Nuria bitch,
needs to be put in their place.
There's a special place in hell for people like that.
There is, and it's a very
not even just
place
and it's
too.
not even just because they want Trump dead. It's the fact that they want anybody dead at all. Like there's something seriously wrong with these people. Now,
it's sickening. It really is.
Now, why this dude wasn't in a mental institution if he truly believed he was God and Jesus Christ, especially after having multiple run-ins with the law? Again, the only thing I could think about that, hey, Mike has bad knees. What's going on, brother? The timing was super weird. Trump announced that there were possible deal with ending the war. This guy shows up at the White House. Iran deal is now apparently dead. And Jeanette. Hey, Aunt Jeanette. Good to see you. How you been? Thank you for being here. But yeah, I mean, the timing was super weird. But if what is being said, if we are taking this at face value of what's being said is true, the dude was clearly mentally unhinged. Who knows? Maybe he was given a push in the direction of going and doing this in DC at the White House.
I mean, ComixDad, it says right there he thinks he's Jesus. Come on, come on.
Yeah, if that is true. But yes, Mike has bad knees. I do agree. The timing was weird, especially with Trump saying that they were in talks with Iran to end the conflict, open up the strait, all that, and now apparently the deal is dead. I don't know. I haven't heard anything about the deal potentially being dead now. But at the same time, Iran's been dragging their feet regardless about getting some kind of a deal done with Trump and with the U.S. So
we're doing good, Jeanette. I've got to make bread today. I've got 2 loaves of bread right now poofing so I can put it in the oven. But other than that, we're doing good.
But regardless of all of this, I'd actually, you know what? It's weird because we were actually supposed to go down to D.C. on Saturday when this happened.
Well, we went yesterday.
Well, that's what I was leading to. We were supposed to go down to DC on Saturday when this actually happened. It was raining like crazy. It was raining all day. So we actually decided, hey, you know what? We're not going to go down. So, I mean, granted, we wouldn't have been by the White House anyway, but I can imagine the whole city was probably on lockdown for a few hours after that, or at least the whole immediate area.
And since we're getting into DC, I have to say this to the American school system. You guys are complete morons that can't take care of kids.
Their job is not to take care of the kids. Their job is to educate the kids. But I get what you're saying.
Reason why I will explain this. Let me explain this real fast. The
most
reason
mental institutions no longer exist. There are some that do. There are some that do, but yeah, the ones that were. The ones that did like the real controversial stuff, like electroshock therapy and
that should still exist
and all that stuff. But those were the places that were predominantly targeted. There are like mental hospitals that still exist, but you know they also are very geared towards helping people with things like depression and
that's the problem.
And like other mental health problems that aren't like complete delusions of grandeur.
Comix
like more like the everyday type of stuff for the most part. Not like, you know, hey, people thinking that they're God belong here. That's not. They're more like, it's more just like It's more just like cozy therapy.
Depression. Yeah, exactly.
It's cozy therapy in terms of instead of being actual institutions to help people that have serious mental illnesses.
Like, here's my thing though. Like, if you have depression, anxiety, I have anxiety. I understand. Those places are there for people. But the other places need to be open. You want to know why? It's like that dude that killed that girl on the train. He was set free how many times? Like 14 times?
Something like that, yeah.
And why don't we have an institution for people like that? Throw them in there and zap them, because you know what? Something's wrong with them. Might as well fix it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I believe in those institutions because you know what? People like him need to be in one.
Mike has bad knees, says bring back Arkham. Yeah, bring back Arkham Asylum. Let's go.
Damn right. We should do that. Amen, Mike. I agree with you on that one.
But yeah, so we ended up going down to DC yesterday though. Just to kind of segue into the next thing. We did end up going down to DC yesterday. It wasn't raining. Actually, we didn't even know that this happened until we were on our way down.
Yeah,
we kind of
there.
Yeah, well, because Saturday we kind of just unplugged altogether on Saturday.
Yeah.
We kind of stayed off the internet and everything, just hung out, played some games, hung out with the kids, watched some movies, all that stuff. So we didn't even know that had happened on Saturday, and that we were about halfway down to DC, because it's only about a 2.5 hour drive for us.
Yeah.
We were about halfway there, and I was watching we were listening to Jeremy DD Cobra. We were listening to his Cobra cast from Saturday night on the way down. And that's when we found out about it. I was like, oh shit. I told Queenie, I was like, Queen, we can turn around now if you want. She was like, no, we're already going down. But yeah, so we went down, we got down there, and it was a spur of the moment thing too. It was like at 9:00 yesterday morning. I think I checked my weather app, and I was like, "Oh, well, it's not raining." And you just went, "So we're going, right?"
Like, well, the girls really.
Oh yeah,
love
sure.
it.
Let's drop everything and just leave right now to head down to DC on a whim.
Well, yeah, no, Mike, I would never want to live there either. But I love taking the girls down there because they get to learn about our country, and I love Abraham Lincoln. He's my favorite president in the whole. Like, I love Abraham Lincoln.
Yeah.
So, and ComixDad will tell you how much I love him. And when I get to go down there, I get to see things from him. I just love seeing stuff. Like, I love it.
Well, and going to DC, I mean, it's always an experience because you get to go to the museums, you get to learn some stuff, you get to go see the exhibits and everything. Now, when we were down there, they were setting up they're doing, I guess, a Memorial Day parade.
Yeah.
Today, going around the National Mall and probably past the White House or past the Washington Monument or something. So they were setting up for that as we were walking around. But we ended up going to the National Archives first.
Yep.
And that was something you, Queenie, wanted to do.
I want to do it because I have been to Washington D.C. multiple times, but I've never been able to see the founders' documents ever in person. And I told ComixDad, I was like, I really want to go. So I said to my daughters, I'm like, hey, we're going to go see the Declaration of Independence and the Constitution. And they looked at me like, what's that? I'm like, what do you mean, what's that? The schools stopped teaching history.
Well, I will say for the kindergarten or our kindergarten age child,
yes,
that's one thing.
Different, yes, but
our 11-year-old
is a different story.
Yeah, they don't even really have a history class. They focus on math, English language arts, and this year they started doing science. And that was about it. They're not even covering history stuff for the most part.
I was in 3rd grade learning about the Declaration of Independence. So there's no excuse. There's like no excuse.
Yeah.
So these schools are absolutely ridiculous. So what I did while we were there is I picked up 2 books to teach my daughters.
Go ahead.
I picked up the Declaration of Independence, what it is. I mean, it's a thick book, but I'm going to read it to the girls so they understand it. And I also picked up what is the Constitution? Because since the schools won't teach these children what they are, I'm going to teach my daughters. And then the cool thing that I got that ComixDad bought me, and I got all excited about it. And he wants to
No, Mike, no social studies class. I mean, maybe in the middle school next year when our older one goes to middle school next year, but there's no social studies class currently in the elementary school.
There's not in middle school either.
Not in middle school?
Not in middle school. Not in 6th and 7th grade. Apparently,
that's ridiculous. I mean,
that's what I said.
Some of the English language arts assignments that have come home, like there's been some readings that they do that are related to history and social studies and stuff, but it's very
Yeah.
few and far between. For the most part, it was just, at the same time though, I will say our fifth grader, she is autistic, so she has autism support, and I don't think she gets the same exact materials and assignments and stuff that the regular kids do in for the English language arts. So maybe the rest of the kids are getting like
Yeah.
reading assignments and stuff that are related to history,
No,
possibly, but
Jenna doesn't get that.
no, they
Get
don't.
that. No, they do not.
Oh,
And Mike, we're in. I'm not going to say what town, but we're in Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
Okay. So the last thing that ComixDad got me was, like I guys told you guys, I'm a fucking history nerd. I'm
Mike,
full
I don't.
out.
Yeah, Mike, I don't get it. I
Yeah,
don't get it, but
so-
that's why we, even though we're not in a position where we can homeschool our kids, that's why we try to teach our kids as much as we can when they're not in school. So, I mean, everything's all well and good. We'll watch TV and we'll hang out and we'll have fun and play games and play toys and all that stuff. But like, we're also taking time to make sure our kids are learning stuff. We're finding videos for them. We're just trying to tell them about stuff. And that's why we also wanted to go down to DC. And because we live close enough, probably a couple more times this year we'll go down and go focus on a couple of different things to teach them about various things. Especially as the younger one gets older too. But yeah, Queenie, go ahead.
Oh, I can talk.
Oh, stop it! I was responding to Mike. Stop.
That could
I'm
have waited
talking
2 seconds.
talking to the chat. The chat. The chat is king. The chat is most important, as we've all learned.
Anyway.
As we've all learned over the last like month or so, with the given things that have happened with certain bigger creators. Chat is king. Chat is takeover. Chat runs the show. Sometimes to do that, then my lass asks if they is they all I have, and poof, my ego. Davyverse, you know what? I know you're British. I know you're English, proper English. That wasn't English. The hell was that, man? That hurt my brain to read that, Davyverse. I know you're at the gym, so you probably did speak the text. But shit.
Anyway, so ComixDad, when we were there, I'm a big history nerd. I love history, and I love American history. Abraham Lincoln's one of my favorite presidents. I've always loved him. I have all the books that I've read about him. My daughter is actually doing a wax museum thing tomorrow, where she just was a historical figure, and she's being married Todd Lincoln, and I am stoked. I am like to the moon stoked. Like, I bought the Victorian dress. You could ask ComixDad. He's mad. I spent $40 on this dress. I bought the hairpiece that Mary Todd Lincoln would wear. I legit went out for this dress. Like, I'm so excited for it. So the one thing I bought in DC yesterday was, unfortunately, with the Declaration of Independence, because of the ink, it's starting to fade. And with weather and sunlight and everything, it's actually starting to fade. All the signatures on the Declaration are actually leaving.
But it's not exposed to sunlight.
It used to be. It used to actually hang in an office somewhere before the National Archives got it. And that caused sun exposure. But also, the ink they used back then is now starting to fade and come out of the document.
And real quick, howdy, I Gungur over on Twitch, being the first person in the Twitch chat. This is for you.
And there was much rejoicing.
Yay!
So while we were
Carry
there
on.
yesterday, ComixDad bought me the Declaration of Independence. It's on paper that looks like the 1800s paper. It's really cute. I'm actually gonna frame this and put it in the living room, because this is like stuff that I love. I'm a big ass nerd about history. I love it. I think it's fun to do. So I'm gonna be doing that. I gotta find a fucking frame for it. That's the problem. I don't know how big. I gotta find how big this thing is. But I got that, and I'm gonna teach these kids about American history, because our schools fail to do that.
Yep. Yeah, the older one didn't even know what the Declaration of Independence was. That's a
Or the
problem.
Constitution.
That's a problem. So we are working on correcting that, because we can't trust the school systems.
Nope.
I mean, honestly, Queenie, with you starting this new job soon, you're going to be working second shift. I mean, we've talked about since Queenie got the news about this,
I'm
her getting this
thinking
new
about
job.
it.
We've talked about potentially her homeschooling the kids in the future. We're gonna kind of play it out by year. We're gonna see how next school year goes with the older one being in middle school for the first year. Our younger one doesn't really seem to have a problem. I mean, she's already telling teachers and administrators kind of when they're wrong. So
I mean, most of them are wrong. Just
they
saying.
are, but I'm proud of them because our younger one, she already kind of is being taught right from wrong and being taught when people are feeding her bullshit and not. So, I mean, hell, I've even got our little one. I've even got our little one trained to if the principal does wrong or fucks up or something like that and is being a massive asshat to her.
Untosaurus.
Yeah, I've already got our younger one trained to say because this principal has the title of doctor, so I've already got our younger one trained to say to basically tell her that she's not an actual doctor. Yeah. So if that day ever comes, now we've told her it's only ever if the principal is actually harassing her or giving her a hard time about something that she's wrong about. So fortunately, our 6-year-old has a level head and is and knows the difference. Fortunately, but hey, you know what? I'm raising her with an edge.
Dave look what Davis just said.
David first said, need to head to Springfield. Lincoln stuff there. Mental. What?
Listen, okay. Well, Springfield.
You're the Lincoln expert.
He's talking about Springfield, Illinois.
I thought Lincoln was from Nebraska.
He lived in Illinois. This is his house.
I don't
his
know.
Wife and him lived.
I don't know. I don't know about
this stuff.
I don't know about his personal life. I know the important things about Lincoln. I know the important things about the Transcontinental Railroad, the Emancipation Proclamation, Gettysburg Address, his involvement in Civil War. I know the important things about Lincoln. I don't know.
So
I don't focus and obsess over every small detail of his life.
Okay, so for those who do not know, Abraham Lincoln lived in Springfield, Illinois, in a house with his wife, Mary Todd Lincoln, while he was not at the White House. Now, Illinois has the house still. They actually sectioned off that whole neighborhood as a historical place, and it's all legit 1800 Victorian. It's like stopped in time. Like the house, everything looks the same. The houses around it look the same. You can go visit. I am dying to go to Illinois one day just so I could see Abraham Lincoln's house. Also, they have a museum that has all the stuff that he wore. They have his casket. What do you call them? Like where it holds the casket, like the little handles or whatever. It has the pillow that shows where there's blood, but it's actually not blood. It's just discoloration over the years.
Queenie. Mike has a Lincoln question. Wasn't he? I'm assuming that's born in Kentucky and grew up in Illinois.
Yes, he was born in Kentucky and grew up in Illinois. He actually lived in Springfield most of the marriage with Mary Todd Lincoln. When they went to the White House, he would stay there and they would go back to their home in Illinois once in a while.
Yeah, I got you, Mike.
Unfortunately, when he was shot and assassinated, he didn't go back home. So what they did was the historical committee of that area actually decided to make that neighborhood a historical place for everybody to visit. Until this day, you cannot live there. You cannot park in certain areas. It is a historical property. Every house around Lincoln's house is a neighbor's house that's been historically accurate from the 1800s. Go ahead.
Well, I was going to say, because we were at D.C., so we went to the National Archives, saw the founding documents, the Constitution, the Bill of Rights, the Declaration of Independence. We saw a facsimile copy of Lincoln's Emancipation Proclamation. But then from there, we went to the Natural History Museum, which is always a fun time. The kids get to see models or completely stuffed like various types of animals and creatures that live in different parts of the world, bones and fossils and all that good stuff. All stuff related to world history.
Learning something. Good job, Davey Verse. His son did sell it for $1. You are completely correct. Look at you learning about American history. I'm so proud of you. And it's Lincoln stuff, so I'm even more proud of you.
But I will say I was a little disappointed in our trip to DC because the last time we went was what, about 4 years ago ish, a little over 4 years ago. And I mean, granted, there wasn't a whole lot going on down there because it was winter when we went. It was snowing. We were able to get into more museums because there wasn't as many people around. But when we went down yesterday, apparently the Air and Space Museum,
And the zoo.
the Air and Space Museum, and also the zoo, and a couple other museums as well. Apparently, you need to reserve. I mean, it's all free, but you need to go online and reserve space to get in. We can't even get into every museum that we want to that our taxpayer dollars fund. Now, granted, I think it might be a capacity issue for some of those places just because they are the more popular attractions and museums and everything in there. But still, like the fact that we walked up to, got in line for Air and Space Museum, got all the way to the front, and then we were told, "Oh, we need to scan your passes." Like, what passes? It's a free museum. Oh, well, yeah, it's free, but you got to reserve your spot for the day. Like, what? Are you kidding me? I that kind of just rubbed me the wrong way.
The zoo is also doing that too now.
Oh yeah, the
But
zoo's
what's
doing
really
that too.
weird is it's not every museum. It's only like maybe like 2 that are doing that. The rest of them you can just walk in, which is
Yeah.
kind of stupid.
Yeah, we
So-
walked right into natural history museum with no problem.
And
Didn't
also
need-
the archives.
Yeah. And then also Google for some reason didn't have the National American History Museum listed on Google Maps. They had it listed
you have to
as
put
a
the
different
address
museum.
in.
And so I was trying to find that because I didn't know where that was, and I've always wanted to go to that museum. Yeah, no, I figured it's a capacity thing, Mike, but it's still like it's still rubbed me. I mean, granted, that's probably partially on us because it was an impromptu, hey, let's just go down to DC for the day kind of thing. But like, even then, though, still, like, you go down to DC, you want to be able to see certain things, and then you can't because, oh, well, you need to have a pass even though it's free. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I personally think that's, yes, it's a capacity thing, but then they should just be keeping track of how many people are coming in and out instead of having people go online and reserve a pass, because not everybody's going to think to go online and check the websites when they go down. Why don't they just, not be lazy and just keep track of how many people are in the damn building at all times instead? And let people in and out kind of just as needed. But that's just me. I'm complaining because I just like.
I will say this. It is ridiculous that in the museum, the Natural History Museum, a burger is $22 for a burger, not the whole meal.
Yeah.
The whole meal for the fries and drink is an extra $8.
Yep. Yeah, so we ended up going outside and go to a food truck, and we still spent like $70 on lunch for us and the kids at a food truck.
Everything's gone up. It's crazy.
Yeah, well, but also it's a tourist spot. They know exactly what they're doing. They're going to charge what they
yeah.
want because they know people are going to be hungry, and they know that they're still going to be cheaper than what's what's it called? They know it's still going to be slightly cheaper than eating inside these museums and these attractions.
Why is Mike that you called him lazy?
No. I was calling government workers, the people working at the Smithsonian, especially Air and Space.
He
lazy.
might though. So you're saying he might work there.
No, he was saying not be lazy. The government. He didn't
Oh.
say. Yeah, it was a typo. But yeah, no. Mike's being very sarcastic. But no, we plan on going back down though, and I mean maybe even next weekend. I don't know.
I hope so.
Because it's only like I said, it wasn't a terrible drive. It's only like 2.5 hour drive for us. We're maybe gonna go back down next weekend, go see the zoo. We
and
wanted
then go
to
to the American
see
History Museum.
Yeah, and we
And
wanted
Lincoln Monument.
Lincoln Memorial. We tried to go to the Lincoln. You don't need to yell into your microphone. I'm right here.
I couldn't go see it because he didn't want to park.
No, there was no parking. We had already
you
left.
refused to go look.
Oh no. Okay, I don't want to hear that crap because while we were still no. While we were still walking around before we went back to the car because I paid for parking for the fucking afternoon. While we were still walking around, I said to you, "Hey, do you want to go over to the Lincoln Memorial? We could walk over there." And you were like, you saw how far it was, and then you went, though. That's okay.
I didn't want to walk. It's a lot
Hey,
of walking.
Okay then. So don't blame me that we couldn't find parking over by the Lincoln Memorial after we left the parking deck that I paid $15 to go park in.
I do want to go to Ford's Theater, though.
Ford's Theater is cool. I have been there before.
I have too, but I would like to go again.
Way to change the subject. Way to deflect. But we got to we'll go over to the Washington Monument too. I think going up into the Washington Monument, I think the kids would like that.
I don't think you can go in it. Can you?
You can. Park outside of town and take the metro. We did that once before, which is probably what we're gonna do next time, maybe.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's we gotta if we want to do like a prolonged trip down there. Again, it's not far for us, but we do got to take the time and plan it out. So I don't know. We'll see. It's either next weekend or maybe in the middle of June.
Though.
Well, yeah, it was 9:00, and you'd said, "Hey, since it's not raining, let's just go down today." It was 9:00 in the morning. We got down there at noon. We got down there at lunchtime.
My daughters were so excited for two things. One saw mummies, which she loves Egyptian stuff, so she got all excited. Yep. And the other one was dinosaur crazy, so she was just in her awe the whole time.
No, you're good, Mike. I figured you meant park instead of party. Although that would be funny. Party outside of town and take the metro.
I mean, we could party outside of town and take the metro. That's fine.
Party! Woo!
I will say this, though. The Starbucks that we went to get coffee before we left, did you know that building was born in 1802? It was one of the first...
Born. Somebody gave birth to the building.
Oh, born. Shit.
Pushed it right out her cooter, building and all.
It was made... It was made in 1802. It was the first firehouse in Washington, D.C. Did you know that?
I did not. I also didn't know that women could give birth to buildings.
Can you shut the fuck up? No, but seriously, the kid at the desk was telling me that was a 1802 building, and it was the first firehouse in D.C. to ever be built. It closed down about 35 years ago. But he was saying that when they turned it into a Starbucks, the original, in the back of the building where like they have like all of the, like all their supplies and stuff, it's the original like firehouse station, rooms in the back.
Well, and everybody, just real quick, while you're all here, care. Please, I do care, but I'm just saying, everybody, while you're here, real quick, regardless of what platform you're watching on,
the first firehouse in Washington D.C., and you're not even caring.
They didn't have that posted anywhere. It would have been nice if they did like a whole. But I'm saying it would have been nice if they actually had like a whole little display inside the coffee shop to kind of like honor that and teach people about that.
Actually, the kid told me why they don't. Because it's owned by a.
Well, it's Starbucks. It's Starbucks. Starbucks hates.
Yeah, but it's owned by a.
Yeah.
Look at that when I'm talking to you.
Well, that's a whole problem in and of itself now, isn't it? But anyway, like I was saying though, real quick, just regardless of what platform y'all are watching on, everybody, mine and Queenie's links are in the description below, or you could go click on Queenie's link tree, and you could click on my streamers link instead of Linktree. Streamers, which is a link tree parallel, but it's not just put all your links. It's so much more than that. It's created by our buddy Tomby. He's building a whole thing with it. So go click on the streamers link. Actually, you know what? Here, let me grab it. I'll just drop it into the chat. There we go. But yeah, click on that link. Go to streamers.com to go check out streamers. If you're a creator, you go set up an account there. You can check out your other favorite creators that are on there, if they use streamers. And then also, there's my link. You go to streamers.com/u/ComixDad. You go find all my links there. The Queenie's link tree is in the description as well. You just go to linktr.ee/QueenComixWife. Go check out all of our channels, all the platforms. Hit like, hit follow, hit subscribe, hit share, and repost. And if you're watching on my side, please head over to QueenComixWife's side and do the same, and vice versa. So just show some love across all the platforms on both the channels. It's greatly appreciated. But anyway, So yeah, DC. I mean, I don't know. Walking around down there, it definitely could be. It definitely could use some cleaning up.
Yeah, it could.
I mean, granted, the president has kind of no say in terms of what actually happens with the day-to-day operations of DC because it still functions as a regular city. There's a mayor and a city council and all that stuff. But you know, that's what happens when DC is democratically run, liberally run. So a lot of work needs to be done in terms of DC as a whole, but at least by the museums and all that stuff, it was for the most part. No, you're good, Davyverse. Don't worry, brother. That's why I dropped the links. You're good, man. Yeah, a lot of cleanup needs to be done in DC. I'll leave it at that. But not bad to walk around the mall, the National Mall. But outside of that, I mean, there's a couple of there were for probably about maybe 2 blocks outside of that, 3 blocks outside of that wasn't bad either. But once you get past that, you definitely want to stay within close proximity to the National Mall. But anyway, Queenie, there is a movie that came out this weekend,
Okay, dokie.
and it is a movie that some people are shilling completely hard for,
I don't want to talk about it.
and other people are completely hating. So The Mandalorian and Grogu came out this weekend. Now this movie is a movie that, as far as I'm concerned, I have no idea why they made this movie. We have not seen it. I have no desire to see it, but I have been keeping an eye on reviews and people's reactions to it and everything just to see kind of how it's been going. Now on Rotten Tomatoes, The Mandalorian currently has an 89% audience score, has a 62% critic score. But The Mandalorian Grogu has also only it's been projected that it's only made $140 million this weekend so far, and that's including projections for today, estimates for today. Meanwhile, the Hollywood Reporter have had sources close to Disney's decision making tell them that the movie needs to make $500 to $600 million globally to break even. To break even. And adjusted for inflation, people have been saying adjusted for inflation that this movie has an opening weekend that is comparable to Solo, and Solo was a financial flop. Now some people are making the argument that, oh well, people have been asking for more Mandalorian. Nobody was asking for a Solo origin movie, like a Han Solo origin movie. Okay, sure. But even then, though, with how bad season 3 of Mandalorian was, like, I don't know why they decided to do this. People have been saying that more or less it seems like they just took episodes of Mandalorian that were filmed and smashed them together into a feature film. Like the CGI is a bit rough. The writing is apparently terrible. Like the dialogue is apparently terrible. There's some voice acting that just is god awful as well, supposedly. But it's like Queenie, you and I, we both really enjoyed The Mandalorian initially, right? Like season 1, season 2.
Okay, so ComixDad enjoyed it. I enjoyed season 1. Season 2 was okay. Season 3 was just fucking awful.
Well, yeah, season 3 was garbage, but I'm saying you enjoyed season 1 and season 2. Like, I feel like if they decided to do a movie after season 2, it would have been probably universally a lot better received. But after season 3 dropped and then they announced the movie a couple years after season 3, like I feel like that's part of the problem. Is that they decide to announce a movie after their worst performing season.
I mean, I personally thought it was okay. I personally was not a big fan of Mandalorian to start out with. Reason being is I don't like Pedro Pascal. I didn't like how he
yeah.
played him. I never liked him. ComixDad did. I never did.
Is the microwave going off in the background?
Yes, because my bread is ready to put in the oven, but I can't do anything because we're...
No, go ahead. Go do it. Go do it. I'll take over for a little bit.
I gotta preheat the oven, so it's gonna be a minute.
Go do your thing. I'll take over for a little bit.
I'll be right back.
Yeah. Well, while Queenie will be right back. You had friggin' Matt Jarbo. If anybody knows who Matt Jarbo is, Matt Jarbo is uh he more or less is he's a Hollywood shill, as far as I'm concerned. But he goes, I think people are looking at Mandalorian and Grogu box office in the wrong way. It's expected to open with around 102 million domestic over the 4-day weekend and 165 worldwide. That is huge by is it huge by Star Wars standards? No. It's not anywhere near close to what the sequel trilogy opened with. But this movie was also not made like one of those movies. The reported production budget is around 165. On top of that, Disney received more than 21 million in California tax credits, which brings the total production cost closer to 145 million. Then there's the marketing conversation. Obviously, marketing's not free, blah blah blah. He's going on basically saying like Grogu is still incredibly marketable. In the first couple of years when Grogu was first made known, when Mandalorian season 1, season 2 dropped, it generated over $1 billion in merchandise sales. That was also like 5 years ago, 6 years ago at this point, though. Like when season 1 Mandalorian dropped. Season 1 Mandalorian dropped what? Late 2019, sometime between late 2019 and mid 2020? Like that was 6 to 7 years ago at this point. Like it's not going to sell the same way. People are kind of now granted there's the people that love Disney Star Wars and there's the Disney shills and then there's also people that just don't know what, good storytelling, good movies are. Yeah, it's cash grab before they lose more fans. Exactly, Davyverse. But so Matt Jarbo's basically saying that he's writing it off as, well, the movie doesn't need to be good and the movie doesn't need to perform well in theaters because the merchandise is going to do gangbusters. That's what he's saying, more or less, in this long-winded friggin' post. It's cope is what it is in my mind. It's cope. Now over on Criticless, now granted, Rotten Tomatoes, there's paid critics over there, and then even then audience viewers. I'm convinced that a lot of the viewers that use a lot of the audience score on Rotten Tomatoes for this movie, I'm convinced it's people that are just Disney adults or Disney Star Wars shills, people that don't know what real Star Wars is, don't know what a real story or good movie or what a good movie is, because it's at an 89% on Rotten Tomatoes with an audience score over there. Over here on Criticless, now it's only 80 voters, but Criticless is also a smaller site, which Criticless, shout out to Blaine over at Criticless for starting the website. I've had him on the channel before. Great dude, knows movies, and just wants to have a nice alternative to Rotten Tomatoes because of, people are bought and paid for on Rotten Tomatoes. 42% over on Criticless. And let's see, where's the top review is Jeremy D. Day Cobra himself. And also, mind you, everybody, this is the first Star Wars movie that has come out in 7 years. And Jeremy basically sums it up perfectly, and this is what it seems like from what I've seen and read about this movie, because I've seen some spoilers, I've seen some clips of people recording from inside the theaters, as well as just reading a bunch of spoiler stuff. And Jeremy sums up perfectly. He goes, after 7 years, this is all Disney has to bring Star Wars back to the big screen. Pathetic, but completely expected. It's boring as fucking pointless. It has no reason to exist other than to prove once again that Disney Star Wars is completely dead. It's just random quests and attempts to give Baby Yoda cute moments for social media reactions. Fuck this movie. And also, they're going to try and market the hell out of Grogu still. That's all. Real Fake Wizard, while he was in the theater watching it, I want to go home. This is boring. Hail the Fake Wizard. All hail the Wiz. And he just keeps going. Stop letting Dave Filoni cook. This is the most inconsequential, empty waste of time. This is worse than Rise of Skywalker. This movie is so hollow and empty, devoid of consequence, as if the team making it were mocking the audience through the production process. As if the team that made the movie was saying to the audience, if you see this movie, you're an asshole. This is a movie for assholes. Our audience are dumbasses. And then Kata went to go see it too. Rant, boring, all that stuff. But it's it's people are coping hard about this. This got community noted apparently. Mandalorian Grogu has 89% score on Rotten Tomatoes. the highest for a Disney era Star Wars film, but the original trilogy scores higher, with 97 for Empire, 96 for New Hope, and Return of the Jedi for 94. Get fucked. Just trying to see if I have anything more bookmarked regarding Mandalorian and Grogu. Oh, so you know it's bad when IGN even gives the movie a 5. Anything Disney related, IGN's got to give at least. Typically, IGN at least gives anything Disney related, Marvel, Star Wars, whatever, at least a bare minimum of a 7 out of 10, if not higher. So Disney's check clearly did not cash when they wrote it out to IGN, because IGN seems like they've finally kind of got something right. And they said The Mandalorian and Grogu offers another 2 hours of change of watching Din Djarin and his adorable green son fly to some planets. But this is a Star Wars movie missing the thrills, the challenges, the addition of really anything of note to the franchise, not to mention a vested interest in seeing its characters grow and change. Now, there are people online that are going, oh, well, I took my kid and we had a great time. It was a great adventure. Now, that could be all well and good, and that's fine. It with the price of movie tickets and with the way the economy is right now, I'm not spending money to go see something like this in theaters when, just from the trailers and the previews that we had gotten, it seemed like absolute crap. Low quality writing, mid quality CGI at best. Like, I'm not spending probably a minimum of $60 to take my family to go see this movie. And then on top, even if I didn't know anything about Star Wars and just as a normie that didn't know crap, just wanted to go into the theater, I still wouldn't have spent that kind of money. But then also you got people like, oh, well, I love Star Wars, this, that, and the other, blah, blah, blah. Oh, this was exactly what it needed to be. It didn't need to add any lore to the Star Wars universe. There's people online saying that. Then how is it a Star Wars movie? Like, Star Wars is not just all action. Star Wars has never been praised for just its action and CGI. Star Wars has also always been praised for its story, its complexities, its themes. This is just this, by all accounts. Again, I have not seen this myself, but by all accounts, Mandalorian and Grogu seems to be just hollow nothingness questing. And even then, there's no clear, definitive antagonist in the movie from what I've seen and what I've read. So, how do you even have a story? Like, you're just going, and you're paying to watch a dude dressed up as a Mandalorian and a little green puppet just go pew pew across the galaxy for 2 hours without anything of real substance? No, forget that. Oh, hey, Queenie, you're back.
I've been back.
Oh, I didn't know. Sorry. I was too busy looking at the screen and ranting. Thoughts now that you're back?
Star Wars sucks.
Yeah. Star Wars effectively is dead. But all right, I'm done ranting. Oh, real quick, just to kind of talk about the box office financial side of this. It's officially the lowest opening Disney Star Wars movie ever, by Marvin Montanaro of That Part Place of Geeks and Gamers on geeksandgamers.com. The film officially opened to approximately just under 82 million domestically over its 3-day opening weekend, with an estimated 102 after today is over. That means Mandalorian and Grogu has officially claimed the title of lowest domestic opening for any Disney era Star Wars movie, sliding below Star Wars Solo, a Star Wars story, a film long treated as Lucasfilm's theatrical embarrassment. At first glance, Disney supporters may try to frame global numbers as a win because it technically topped Solo's 148 million worldwide back in 2018. But once inflation and rising ticket prices are factored in, the argument starts to fall apart quickly. Adjusted into 2026 dollars, Solo's global debut would equal somewhere around 193 million to 195 million if it came out today. Domestically, its 84.4 million opening weekend becomes roughly 110 million in today's money. That means Solo, a movie long considered one of the biggest embarrassments in modern Star Wars history, likely sold substantially more tickets than The Mandalorian and Grogu. And that's the thing. They're going to worry about Disney's going to worry about dollars and cents. The people they're going to shill for Disney Star Wars, they're going to worry about the dollars and cents. They're not going to worry about how the actual quantity of tickets or the actual number of people that have actually seen the movie. And that is the biggest thing. Because Queenie, a movie can make $200 million in a weekend and be a financial success. But if ticket prices are, let's say, $40 a ticket, just because $200 million was never going to happen. So that's why I threw a random ridiculous number out there for how much ticket prices would be. Like,
Yeah.
if a movie made $200 million 5 years ago on an opening weekend when ticket prices were still closer to like $10 to $12 a ticket, that'd be really impressive. Today, movie tickets are anywhere between $15 and $20 a ticket, depending on the format you see it in.
Yeah,
That means it's more money, but less people are actually seeing it. So I don't know. It just I'm kind of done with Disney ruining things. They've killed Star Wars. Marvel has one foot in the grave at this point between Marvel Studios and Marvel Comics.
Yeah.
Disney just they either need to sit on these properties for like a decade and not do anything with them, or they need to sell them. And that's where I'm at this point. But fewer people may have actually seen the film, is basically what this boils down to. You were going to say something, Queenie?
No, I said, ow, I hurt my ankle popped.
Are you okay?
Yeah, my ankle popped. It hurt.
But
getting old sucks.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, everybody like my new apron? Like my apron.
Ooh.
See what it says?
No.
It says QueenComixWife's Kitchen.
But if you want to read the whole article, head over to geeksandgamers.com. Go give it a read. Marvin did a great job writing this article. He writes all sorts of great articles for Geeks and Gamers. But, yeah. So, QueenComixWife, I know you don't know anything about this next topic because we're going to talk about a specific anime/manga. But it is a good one. But it is a good one. But so there is this this anime that was created from a manga. It's called Gachiakura. And basically, the summary for Crunchyroll is in a floating city where the rich discard their waste and people, Rudo is framed for murder and thrown into the pit, where a hellscape of mutated trash beasts dwell. To survive, he must wield a new power and join the rogue.
Bruno?
Rudo.
Oh, Rudo.
To survive, he must wield a new power and join the rogue cleaners. Rudo doesn't just aim to battle monsters, but the corrupt who cast him into this hell. So, this anime has been widely loved over the last year. The manga, I want to read the manga now after watching the anime. It was really cool. It's got a very interesting art style. There's a lot of graffiti, like Western graffiti art inspired in this. But the creator, the mangaka, Kei Urana, if I'm saying that correctly, she has been getting taking some shots from some tourists, some leftists, the typical crowd, over the last couple of months on social media, to the point where she has actually decided to leave social media. And the big reason for it is a couple of things. One, you have a bunch of pink-haired, pronoun-using dumbasses that have been bugging her by saying, by trying to imply that some of her characters are either non-binary or are part of the LGBT blah 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 community. Are you there, Queenie? Queenie! I think she got up. Where'd you go?
What?
Yeah. Oh, there you are.
I had to throw the bread into the oven.
I'm sorry, I didn't know you got up. So you didn't hear anything I said?
Some of it, but I don't really care. It's manga.
You don't really care? You like anime. And even then, this is about, if you were listening, instead of getting up.
Oh, I'm sorry. I had to put the bread in the oven.
Well, basically what's been going on with this manga creator of this series is that the pink-haired, septum-pierced, pronoun-using tourists that have been trying to claim everything anime and everything Japanese for themselves for months they've been giving her a hard time, harassing her, because in their own made up fantasy in their head, they think that the characters are either non-binary or have pronouns or are potentially trans. And the creator has come back politely, respectfully saying, no, that's not the case. No, none of my characters are non-binary. No, this one specific character you think is trans is not trans. And they started harassing her online for it. Then there's this one character who has, I'm trying to find it. There's this one character who has dreads, but the character's not black. But where is it? Here it is. Here's the post.
That guy.
Well, the character here, I'll show. This is a cosplay. This is a video that she reposted on her Instagram that she thought was funny, because it's this one dude, clearly Japanese or some kind of Asian fan, trying to do a dance that this character in the background does. But because he doesn't have dreads, he used giant onion leeks as the hair. This is the character in question. So, like, it's clearly meant to be a joke. It's clearly meant to just be funny. So she reposted it because she thought it was funny. And then people got on her saying, oh, why would you share this? This is racist, because they think that just because this character has dreads, he's automatically black. And so people started giving her a hard time for it. It's her character. She knows if the character's black or not. The character is clearly not black.
Just fucking crybaby bitches.
Yeah, it's clearly not black. What was it? She did, however, apologize after being accused of racism. I don't know why she felt the need to apologize.
She didn't have to apologize.
Yeah, but she said this quote tweet from a dance video that recreates a scene by using hair to resemble a leek. I apologize if it caused offense. I removed the quote. I shared the dance because I found it entertaining. I had no intention of making fun of the culture. There was no culture to make fun of, but she's trying to save face. Because then she addressed criticism, claiming that this character's skin was left without skin tones in the manga because of quote unquote racism. And she goes, I'm so happy to see so many people recreating Jabber's dance and Zanka's falling down, which are characters in the manga, in such a fun and cool way, so I often give them a like. However, taking advantage of this, someone said, see, I thought Yorana was a racist because she didn't use skin tones on Jabber's skin in the manga. I came across that opinion, but Jabber's skin isn't dark to begin with, so it's completely off the mark. This is something anyone who has read the original manga or watched the anime would know. So basically calling out, hey, he's not black. Stop trying to change and appropriate my characters. And then people harassed her so much online to the point that she left social media.
My God.
Yep. And the thing, part of the reason why people have loved this particular writer, this manga creator, because she would interact with her audience online. She would like repost and quote tweet stuff on Instagram and on Twitter and stuff like that she saw of people talking about her doing stuff regarding her characters and her story. She is known for having positive interactions with her fans and her community. Well, of course, the segmented pronoun using hair dyed septum pierced left that don't know anything about Japanese culture or anything like that. They try to appropriate everything and claim it for themselves. And, they eventually just harassed her to the point, it's the usual suspects. They harassed her to the point where she left X. Now, the graffiti artist that she worked with to create a lot of the art for the manga and inspired a lot of the art direction for the anime, he eventually ended up leaving as well, because he said basically like, he said something along the lines of like, well, you know what? Because of because of the recent harassment or whatever, like it's not fun here anymore, or something like that. So now he's gone too from social media. And here's the two of them together. But like this is the art style, and it's really cool. Like it's inspired by Western graffiti, but he's an awesome artist. And it's a shame because these people are just morons. Trying to find. There was a specific post here. Here we go. Every comment she got on X was coming from pink-haired, pierced-nosed woke-tards trying to say her characters are trans, gay, lesbian, non-binary. Literally, LGBT people are annoying and I don't like them. They ruin everything and they want to make everything gay, truly. That's kind of what this all boils down to. What are your thoughts on all this, Queen?
These mental illness fucking retards be put in a fucking mental institution, locked up, and fucking just zapped every fucking day until they fucking become normal again. Because they are unhinged fucking idiots. I'm just gonna say that. I'm so tired of these libtards who fucking have the pink hair and nose piercings and all that and go unhinged, but then can sit there and say, well, the right is the ones that cause the issues. Bitch, are you serious? Like,
Yep.
you cause all the fucking problems. Shut the fuck up.
Yep. And then now the animators are starting to clap back at some of these idiots online, which is great.
Good.
So this Taylor at Amera_DS online basically just did a post to call all these assholes out. Says, quote, go fuck yourselves, all you weird ass Gachi Akuda fans. Kei is an awesome mangaka who was so kind and interacted with her fandom so much, but you weirdos all ruined it with the constant harassing over gender/sexual stuff and stealing her art and then calling it your own. Keep your trans BS to yourself and stop trying to force it on everyone else. Just because she disagreed with the things y'all were pushing, Western fans as usual, yeah, it's always people in the Western world, doesn't make her a hater of it. Fucking hell, I hate Western fans so fucking much and this stupid bullshit being spread these days. Stop calling everything racist for fuck's sakes too. My god, you people are pathetic as fuck. Fuck y'all. I couldn't have put it better myself. But yeah, it's getting wild out there. All this nonsense is just ridiculous. Mike Has Bad Knees says, no matter how many characters may appear in anime, unless explicitly told otherwise, assume the character is Japanese. Exactly. Yes. 100%. And then Hana, the Tempest Kingdom. What's up, Hana? Because you're our only chatter over on Rumble. This one's for you. Where is it? What up, Hana? Hana says, anybody that calls these animals quote-unquote fans need to look long and hard in the mirror. The people that shit on Kei Urana are just fucking heathens. Agreed.
Damn.
Because they thought some of these characters looked like them because they may have dyed hair or some features that may look either non-masculine, non-feminine, or the other way around. Like, this is one character here, Queenie. This is one character here that these idiots were saying, oh, well, this character's clearly trans. Or like, what is it? I think what was it? Maybe this character or this character. We're like, oh, well, this character's clearly non-binary, or this character's clearly a lesbian, or this character's clearly gay. And like, she basically came out and said no to all of it. And so they kept harassing her nonstop until she ended up quitting social media because it wasn't doing anything good for her creative processes and her mental ability to, do what she loves to do. But it's the same.
Crazy.
Yeah, it's the same thing as always.
They're fucking unhinged.
Bruce Fields says, wait, is Kei Urana the guy behind Goodnight Pun Pun? I also think he did great teacher Onizuka. By the way, how's it going, ComixDad Queenie in chat? What's going on, Bruce? Good to see you, brother.
What's going on, sweetheart?
I don't really, honestly, I don't know anything about Kei Urana personally. I only know of her because I came across Gachi Akuda on Crunchyroll a few months ago, and I absolutely loved it. You're saying the guy? I don't know if Kei Urana is a dude or a woman. I've seen in articles and posts online people referring to Kei Urana as her. I've never heard the person talk. I don't know what the person looks like without clothes on. So I have no idea. Tempest Kingdom says Kei Urana is a lady. Okay. Yeah. Oh, mistaken different mangaka. I got you. You're good. But Well, and then that's the other thing. This is Kay Urana here, and like she's dressed very punk, very punk goth emo ish type of deal, which unfortunately these LGBT assholes seem to have tried to appropriate that fashion as well. So whenever anybody's dressed as punk or goth or something like that, they're automatically assuming, oh, they're one of us. When it wasn't their fucking style to begin with. Punk's been around long before the fucking T existed in LGBT. So, or the B, or non-binary, or whatever, or pronouns. Punk was around long before all that crap. So it's just, again, these mentally ill, leftist, unhinged assholes trying to appropriate all sorts of things that never belonged to them to begin with.
No, you know
And
what
then,
it was? It was the fact that when COVID and everything happened, they all got fucking bored and they all went out of their fucking minds and they fucking started saying all the stupid shit that makes no fucking sense
Yep.
because they're all fucking unhinged, fucking mental ill, fucking idiots. And all because they got bored for what, a year and a half or however long the fuck it was, they started this shit. We were
Yeah.
all fine until fucking COVID. So, you know, Biden started this shit. I'm gonna be completely honest. He started all this shit.
well, it wasn't him, but it was the administration.
Doesn't matter. They
Because
started
let's face it,
this
he
shit.
wasn't in charge of shit.
No, he wasn't. He's a puppet.
But
Couldn't even fucking make a sentence. Like the other one couldn't make a sentence either.
yeah. Oh, here's her post announcing she was leaving X. All right, X chaos is on the rise, and I've decided it's getting in the way of my creative work. So I hereby bid farewell to X. Catch you somewhere else. Which I
Damn.
mean makes sense. She could. It was bothering her to the point where she felt she couldn't do what she needed to do.
It's not
So-
right though. They bullied her out of X because they're assholes.
Well, but that's what they do.
I know. But then they want to blame us for everything. That's
Yeah.
fucking smart.
Yeah, exactly. I was trying to find, but some people were actually taking pride in the fact that they bullied her off of X. Basically. So I don't know. It's just a bunch of bullshit. But anyway, go out to your local bookstore. Go find Gachi Yakuda, the manga. Go buy it in support of Kei Urana. Go to Crunchyroll or wherever you watch your anime. Go watch Gachi Yakuda there because it's an awesome series. I've been enjoying it. And also go watch it, especially just to say fuck you to the leftist Western tourists that have been trying to take over and claim Japanese culture and animation and entertainment for their own. So, Sergeant Wilkie over on Rumble, what's going on, brother? Good to see you,
Sergeant Wilkie.
Mike Has Bad Knee says, in general, the Japanese attitude towards sexual identity has always been more indifferent to us in the West. They never obsess over it, so if they wanted a character to be alphabet, they would be. Exactly. And there have been some that existed in manga and anime, but also the creators are very upfront about it. Like, they let you know in the story and in the writing. Like, so you don't have to guess. Hana said they also tried to bully the artist of One Punch Man, Yusuke Murata, but he is based and told them to go fuck themselves. Yeah, I saw that too. Gachi Yakuda is amazing, says Sergeant Wilkie. That's what's up. You know what? Maybe what we'll do is maybe we'll do a watch party of Gachi Yakuda. What do you think? What do you think, Queenie? We'll do a watch party stream, watch a couple episodes of Gachi Yakuda. Just to support Kei Urana against the woke mob virus that
Sorry,
has
I'm
forced
trying to
her
watch
off
my
of social
bread,
media.
make sure it doesn't burn.
That's fair.
Because I'm
Well-
making 2 loaves.
2 loaves. I can pinch a loaf for you. There.
It's disgusting.
But Queenie, do you have anything else that you want to discuss today?
No.
No? Okay. Well, I think that's about all we got then, ladies and gentlemen. So, thank you all so much, everybody, for being here today. Wisteria Wand and Sword is good too. Yes, Wilkie, that is on my list. Wilkie, we need to talk anime. We need to get together, brother. We need to talk anime.
But before we go,
Go ahead.
I do want to say this. Thank you, everybody who served this country. Thank you for your sacrifice. Thank you for your dedication to this country. Thank you for dealing with all the bullshit of America that you have to deal with on a daily basis. Thank you to the soldiers who did not make it home and serve this country very well. I hope you rest in peace. Thank you to the men and women of this country that are still serving this country, the ones that are veterans as well that stopped serving a while ago. Thank you for everything you've done. Because of all of you, our nation is free. Because of all of you, we have what we have, and we're safe, and we appreciate your hard work and dedication and your service. We love all of you. We will pray for all of you on a daily basis. But thank you again for serving our country, and thank you so much for everything you've done. And I do wish that you got treated better. I really do.
Oh, for sure. Also, just real quick, Hassan Piker being subpoenaed by the federal government happened recently. That's a
What the hell
win.
is that?
Fuck Hassan Piker. Hassan Piker's a terrorist sympathizing asshole, leftist, globalist, communist asshole
fuck
that
him.
streams on Twitch. So he's been subpoenaed by the federal government over his recent trip to Cuba. So that was awesome. This is a fantastic. This is a fantastic tattoo.
Of course, you're gonna want that.
It's inspired. Well, I don't want that exact one, but it definitely has inspired me to think about a potential
You're
Ninja Turtle
scared
tattoo
of
in the future.
tattoos. You're a
No,
wussy.
no, I'm not scared of them. It just I have sensitive skin, but I suck it up and I
He's
deal
a
with it.
crybaby.
Because I have sensitive
15
skin.
tattoos. He has 3, and he's been a wimpy little bitch at all 3.
No,
I have
screw you.
15
I was
of
not a
them.
wimpy little bitch, but I have I seriously, my skin for whatever reason is just incredibly sensitive. I don't know why. It always has been. Like you could slap me on the back and it'll feel like somebody shoved like a bunch of fucking needles in my back. My skin is just sensitive. That's all.
Pussy.
I'm not, screw you. Screw you. But yeah, great. This is definitely charging some creative ideas about a potential Ninja Turtle tattoo in the future. But yeah, Queenie, tell everybody what you got going on, where they can find you, all that good stuff.
Well, you can find me on X, Rumble, and YouTube, and now Blaze, and now also on Twitch. So I just started streaming Twitch for today, my first stream for today, because the last one I did the other day apparently did not work because in OBS there were setting issues and it did not do my stream. So this is my first time on Twitch today, fully. So this is awesome. Also, I will be streaming today. I'm gonna probably either do a Hogwarts Legacy or something. I gotta figure out what I want to do. But I'm gonna stream today for a little bit for Memorial Day. I will not be streaming tomorrow because Queenie has to run back and forth like a crazy person to school because my daughter is doing a wax museum presentation. She's being Mary Todd Lincoln, and the dress she has to wear, Queenie has to run back and forth to make sure she wears this dress and puts it on properly because it's a corset and she doesn't know how to tie a corset. So Queenie's going to have a very exhausting day tomorrow by running back and forth and getting her prep for the presentation. So Wednesday, I will not be streaming again because I'm going to work to do my onboarding because my job called and said they want me to come work. So I start a new job on Wednesday. Very excited. Cannot wait. And then Thursday and Friday, I will be streaming something. I don't know exactly yet. And over the weekend, whatever me and this idiot want to do together, we'll figure it out.
Very funny.
Whatever. But this weekend we may not be around because I'm trying to hint to go to the zoo and to the other museum. Hint.
We may be heading back down to DC next.
I'm hoping to because I really want to go. But yeah, so thank you so much, Bruce. I appreciate it. So everybody, come catch me tonight. I'll be streaming tonight, hanging out, doing some gaming. But thank you all for being here again, and thank you so much again to the veterans, the people that are in the service right now, and also the people that passed away in our years, behind us that did not make it to come home from World War II, Revolutionary War, Iraq War, Vietnam War, and also the Civil War men that died on those fields, and they never found their bodies. So thank you all for your sacrifice and dedication to this country. Thank you so much for everything you've done, and we love you, and we're praying for you, and we appreciate everything you've done for us.
Yep. And for me, everybody, my sentiments are the same as QueenComixWife. You guys can find me here. You can find me, if you're watching on YouTube, you can find me on my YouTube gaming channel, CD's Arcade. Otherwise, Twitch, Kick, Blaze, X, Rumble, all ComixDad or the ComixDad. Find me all the places. This Thursday, Talking Shop with Danny Casey of ComixDad. That's going to be fun. Other than that, maybe a couple game streams or something. I've been saying I need to make some more videos because I haven't made some videos in a couple weeks. I don't know. Maybe tonight, maybe tomorrow. I'll work out a couple because there's a couple things I do want to make some videos about. Even though probably a little too late to talk about them, but who knows? Not too late for me to talk about it. Yeah, dance bananas. But ladies and gentlemen, over on Rumble, I'm going to be raiding you over to Geeks and Gamers Daily. Anybody
I'm
watching on
raiding-
Twitch?
I'm
raiding
raiding
over right now to somebody on Twitch randomly.
I am raiding over to SSG Grunt on my side.
There you go. But until next time, everybody, you be good. You take care of yourselves. Be good to yourself. Be good to others. Always learn. Always grow. Be based. And then remember 2 things. Comics are good for you. And as always, Seth Rogen sucks. Have a good day, everybody.
Bye.
Take care. Bye. I'm going to do the raid now. And here we go. Bye. End stream.